Each month, the State Department publishes the Visa Bulletin, showing which green card applications can move forward based on when your green card petition was filed. If you ever hear about visa backlogs or retrogression, it's the Visa Bulletin behind it. Understanding the Visa Bulletin then is especially important for petitioners from high visa demand countries such as China, India, and Vietnam. In this video, I want to go over how to read and understand the Visa Bulletin, and I'm going to put a link in the description below to the State Department's website so that you can follow along each month. If you find this video helpful, be sure to give it a like and hit the subscribe button so that you don't miss out on our forthcoming videos as we navigate through the EB-5 visa process. The Visa Bulletin helps to provide an estimate on how long it will take before you'll be able to get your green card based on how quickly the line is moving each month. Essentially, the State Department looks at the total number of visas available. Then it looks at the allocation of visas based on the country of origin and makes a projection on what the visa demand will be going forward on a quarterly basis and on a per country basis, particularly for high visa demand countries such as China, India, and Vietnam. Congress caps the number of immigrant visas or green cards that can be issued each year. And by statute, each year 140,000 employment-based visas or green cards can be issued to qualified applicants, plus any unused visas from the family-based categories in the prior year. Employment-based green cards are distributed across 5 broad categories. EB-1, extraordinary people, outstanding researchers and professors, and multinational executives and managers, capped at 40,040 green cards per year. EB-2, exceptional people and advanced degree holders, capped at 40,040 green cards per year. EB-3, bachelor's degree holders, skilled workers, and unskilled workers, likewise capped at 40,040 green cards per year. Then EB-4, special immigrants, which includes religious workers, Iraqi and Afghan translators, that's capped at 9,940 green cards per year. And then EB-5, investors. The annual visa cap for the EB-5 investor visa is 7.1% of the total employment-based visas available, or approximately 9,940 visas per year. This visa cap not only includes the EB-5 investor, but also the investor's spouse and any unmarried children under 21. The new EB-5 Reform and Integrity Act of 2022, passed this March, created new visa set-asides within the EB-5 category, so the Visa Bulletin looks very different than it has in years past. Of the 10,000 visas, 32% are reserved for investors that invest in the new visa set-aside projects. These include 2,000 visas for rural projects, 1,000 visas for high unemployment or urban TEA projects, and 200 visas for infrastructure projects. The unreserved and the reserved or visa set-aside lines include both direct EB-5 investors and investors that invest through a designated regional center. Any unused visas within the visa set-aside lines roll over to the same reserved visa line each year for 2 years before flowing back to the unreserved visa line. Due to the COVID-19 pandemic, U.S. consulates were predominantly closed and unused family-based visas were rolled over to the employment-based category. For fiscal year 2023, the State Department is estimating approximately 200,000 visas will be available for the employment-based visa preferences. And for EB-5, we are anticipating approximately 14,200 visas, of which around 4,544 visas will be reserved for new EB-5 investors and their families investing in rural, TEA, and infrastructure projects, plus any reserve visas that were unused in fiscal year 2022. Now let's go over some of the basic terms to understand the Visa Bulletin. First, priority date. This is your filing date, and it's based on when USCIS received your petition. When your priority date is current for your visa preference and your country of chargeability, then you have no visa backlog and no wait time to get your green card. That's indicated by the letter C on the Visa Bulletin. As of the date of this video, all countries are current for EB-5 investors filing in the new visa set-aside categories. Country of chargeability. This is your country of birth, not your country of citizenship or residence. And if your spouse is born in a country with no visa backlog, you can also rely on your spouse's country of chargeability. This is known as cross-chargeability. Within this 10,000 annual visa cap for EB-5, each country of chargeability is limited to 7.1% of the total visa count. This 7.1% country cap is likewise true for the visa set-asides. Generally, when a country's demand exceeds the country cap, the The State Department allocates visas unused by the other countries of chargeability to those with higher demands to avoid wasted unused visas. Cutoff date. The dates that you see on the Visa Bulletin tables are the cutoff dates. When the number of green card petitioners exceed the number of visas available, a visa backlog is created. This is known as visa retrogression. The State Department then establishes cutoff dates that govern visa availability for the fiscal year, from October to the following September. Essentially, a line is formed, and you are assigned a place in that line based on your priority date, your visa preference category, and your country of birth. An immigrant visa number is only available when your priority date is earlier than the cutoff date published in the current Visa Bulletin for the applicable preference category and country of birth. There are two tables, or charts, published in the Visa Bulletin, Chart A and Chart B. Chart A, final action dates. This chart shows which priority dates are at the front of the line. This means that petitioners who have priority dates before the cutoff date have visa numbers available. That is, a green card is available now. As you can see, high visa demand countries such as China and India are currently oversubscribed and are facing visa backlog for the EB-5 in the unreserved visa category. As such, these investors from India and China are facing longer wait times for their green cards. However, the same investors born in China and India investing in projects that fall within the new visa set-asides do not face that same visa backlog. Chart B, dates for filing. This chart shows which green card applicants who are living outside the United States may submit their DS-260 immigrant visa application with the National Visa Center because a green card is expected to be available shortly for these applicants. For petitioners living within the United States, USCIS will indicate on its website whether it's relying on Chart A or Chart B for when the petitioner may submit their I-485 adjustment of status application. And I'll put a link in the description below to the USCIS website page where you can get the latest updates for that. When you file your I-485 adjustment of status application, you may also file the I-131 application for travel document and Form I-765 application for employment authorization, or EAD. Please note that USCIS has recently stated on its Twitter account that it's first approving the work authorization form before reviewing and approving the travel documents. Generally, the work permit is taking approximately 3 months for approval at the time of this video, while the travel document has been taking longer, 6 months on average. Under the EB-5 Reform and Integrity Act, or RIA, EB-5 investors already in the United States on lawful status may file their I-526 EB-5 petition and their I-485 adjustment of status application at the same time, if their Visa Bulletin is current for their country of chargeability. This is known as concurrent filing. Concurrent filing enables you to live and work in the United States while you wait for your green card approval. It's a great option for H-1B visa holders caught up in the EB-2 and EB-3 visa backlogs, as having the option to get work authorization through EB-5 can give you the flexibility to start your own business, pursue other career opportunities, especially startups that might not be able to sponsor your EB-2, EB-3 visa, or protect yourself should work conditions change at your current employer. Talk to your immigration attorney to see if you can take advantage of concurrent filing. I hope this walkthrough on how to read and understand the Visa Bulletin has been helpful for you. If you have any questions or you want to learn more about the EB-5 Investor Visa Program, contact Baring for a free consultation. Thank you, and be sure to subscribe to our EB-5 channel to get the latest updates as we unravel the EB-5 visa process to help you start your family's green card journey. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.